Mickey receives a crisp, white envelope containing a golden ticket. He has been personally invited by the enigmatic curator, Madame Minerva, for a private, after-hours viewing of the all-new Museum of Modern Art before it opens to the public. The museum is a masterpiece itself, all sleek glass and sweeping curves. The halls are silent and vast. Madame Minerva, a woman with a mischievous twinkle in her eye, greets him. "The art awaits," she says mysteriously. "Remember, see not just with your eyes, but with your heart." She then vanishes. The first room is filled with whirring, clicking, spinning sculptures made of polished metal and glass. One sculpture, a giant mobile of interconnected stars and planets, begins to spin faster as Mickey approaches, perfectly mirroring his curious, energetic movement. In the next room, he finds a massive canvas splashed with bold, primary colors. As he stares, the colors seem to drip and shift, reorganizing themselves based on where he stands. He realizes he's not just observing the art, he's collaborating with it. This gallery is empty except for a single, suspended, twisting wire sculpture. When Mickey hums a note, the sculpture vibrates and reflects the sound back, transformed into a beautiful, metallic echo. He spends minutes conducting his own one-mouse symphony. He enters a stark white room with a single, perfect red square on the far wall. It seems too simple, but as he sits on the provided bench, the silence and simplicity become powerful. He finds himself imagining entire stories behind that single red square. The next exhibit is a life-sized, walkable recreation of a famous surrealist painting. Mickey finds himself navigating a room with a melting clock, walking on a checkered floor that seems to warp into the sky, and dodging rain falling from a clear, painted ceiling. In a dark room, a single, focused light shines on an abstract sculpture. As Mickey moves around it, his own shadow is cast onto the wall, becoming part of the artwork, a giant, playful silhouette interacting with the sharp angles of the sculpture. He discovers a digital art installation, a wall of LED screens displaying a flowing, pixelated river. A motion sensor allows him to paint in the river with his hands, creating swirls of light and color that slowly dissolve back into the digital current. Mickey feels a little overwhelmed by it all. He meets a friendly security guard, an older gentleman named George, who isn't there to shush people, but to explain the art. The question isn't, "What is it?" George says. The question is, "What does it make you feel?" In the cafe, even the food is art. His lemonade is served with a light-up ice cube, and his sandwich is cut into the shape of a famous artist's signature. He laughs, realizing art is everywhere here. You find a room filled with large, soft, geometric blocks. A sign says, "Please touch." Mickey, like a child, begins to build his own sculpture, creating a wobbly tower that represents his joyful confusion. The museum path leads to an outdoor sculpture garden. The centerpiece is a giant polished sphere that reflects the entire museum and the sky. Mickey sees his own awestruck face reflected in it, himself now part of the art. He passes a window, looking into a restoration studio. He sees experts carefully working on a new painting, their focus and precision a different kind of art. It demystifies the process and shows him the dedication behind the magic. Sitting in a quiet corner, Mickey is overcome not by confusion, but by a sense of wonder. He realizes modern art isn't about finding a right answer. It's about sparking a feeling, a thought, a memory, or a question. Madame Minerva reappears. She hands Mickey a small, abstract pen. For our most curious guest, she says, "You didn't just look, you played. That is the true purpose of this place."